two 2-1s. Very different scorelines so far today. The 10 men of Leeds, incredibly, beating the leaders with 11, 2-1 at the Etihad to begin the day. And Liverpool, late on, through Trent Alexander-Arnold, go fourth. But Chelsea can replace them, of course, if they win at Crystal Palace in our final game of this Saturday. 4 huge games tomorrow at both ends of the table, and then 2 to come on Monday, rounding off with Everton's trip to Brighton. That looks good, Liverpool fans. From 4 or 5 weeks ago, up to 52 points into fourth, having played a game more than West Ham. And as I say, Chelsea, who play next. Spurs, of course, who face Manchester Monday, rounding off with Everton's trip to Brighton. That looks good, Liverpool fans. From 4 or 5 weeks ago, up to 52 points into fourth, having played a game more than West Ham. And as I say, Chelsea, who play next. Spurs, of course, who face Manchester United tomorrow. Everton played 29, are at Brighton on Monday. Leeds are up to 9th, incidentally, onto 45 points after those 3 at the Etihad.
Oh, well done. 3 points in the Premier League here at Anfield. Tell us how that sounds.
Yeah, finally we won here. Yeah, it was a great game, tough team, you know, and we got a strike back in the second half, and yeah, we won the game. That's the most important thing.
What was better about Liverpool's performance today, Mark?
I think just to fight back. That's the most important thing, because usually when you didn't win a couple of games here, mentally like, not again. So we go in the dressing room, and after first half, everybody was talking to each other. And yeah, we did good job in the second half and won the game.
What was different though today? When Villa went ahead, were there doubts in your minds given what's been happening here of late?
Yeah, I think it's hard not to win in Anfield for a couple of games, and you know, be 1-0 down in the first half. It's also hard. Like, miss a couple of chances. Yeah, you know, like not again. So, but the good thing is we keep fighting, and we did good in the second half.
Once you got that goal back, did you feel then that the game was going your way?
I was worried it's offside. No, I felt like, yeah, that's a good thing, just to draw now. Now it's the time to score 1 goal more and just win the game. And Trent did good in the second half, in the last goal, and yeah, we won it.
What will that do for Trent? It's been a time when people have been talking about his own situation with the national team. That won't do him any harm at all, will it?
I think he just needs to push himself, training well and playing like today or last couple of games. Also had a couple of games he played really well. He just needs to train and just keep focused. Don't listen to anyone. That's my advice to him. Don't listen to anyone. Everybody will keep talking anyway. If you play good, play bad. Just like keep focusing on your work. Just train as hard as you could and just play like that.
Here and now, Mo, just how important does this result here feel for your season as a whole?
It's really important, like, because now there's still only, I think, 7 games left. So it's really important to win. We are fighting for the 4th place. You know, we want to play Champions League next season. We keep fighting also next game against Madrid, but just the most important thing is we just need to focus on each game, and yeah, we try to win all, and hopefully we can be in the 4th place.
Yeah, the last time Liverpool won at home in the Premier League against Tottenham, they were top of the table. Real Madrid, of course, in that second leg to come. They go to Leeds away next in their next Premier League game. The turnaround in that second half, you've pointed towards Liverpool just being a little bit more progressive, a bit more positive.
Absolutely. Come out early, which is really significant for me. Jurgen Klopp sent them out there, and he's probably said to them, let's get back to it, boys. Start passing the ball progressively forward. They win the ball back here, and every pass, look, 16 seconds it ends up being, look, Trent, forward. Mo Salah, round the corner. They're looking to pass it. This one comes back. Milner comes the other side. I thought you should pass that quicker. And then there's a forward run. This first time pass. Well, this is last season. This is the champions, what we saw. This is, if you roll the clock back, Emil, this is the champions. This is why they were champions.
Just can't stop this. Great save from Martinez, but Mo Salah's there to tuck it in and score his 20th goal.
Yeah, so again for him. Did you think a winner was coming?
It was coming. You could see it was coming. Again, they were being more progressive. They were getting runners in behind. They were getting the possession. They were trying to control the game. And then they were getting in positions like this. And Trent was running forward with the ball, exchanging 1-2. Dinks it on the back. I thought could have got ahead of there. Shaqiri plays it in here to Thiago, plays a 1-2 eventually, keeps it active, plays a 1-2 here. And Thiago's unlucky, great save from Martinez, and he's unlucky again because Trent does this in the end. Whips it round him. He never thought that he was going to get the opportunity to whip it round him. But again, he just kept it active. Keep that ball in the box, keep putting it in there. Have runners in there, and this is a great save. But Trent does opportunity to whip it round him. But again, he just kept it active. Keep that ball in the box, keep putting it in there. Have runners in there, and this is a great save. But Trent does what Trent always can do. When he gets the ball on his right foot, he can actually bend it round defenders, bend it into the goal. And with the England manager watching, this is a wonderful return for him.
And given his performances in the last 2 Premier League games since that squad, to produce something like this again, Tim, what does that tell you about Trent Alexander-Arnold?
Well, he could have done one or two things. He could have gone under and sulked, throw his toys out the pram. This kid ain't going to do that. You know what he did? Rolled his sleeves up and said, I'll show you. I'll perform for my club. We're the champions. We might not be champions this year, but we got there for a reason, because every one of us are top draw, and I'm going to show you why I'm a top draw player. Not only in the final third, I'm going to work on my defensive good. And that goal there was a little bit of calmness. He's cute. Footballing IQ is superb for this kid. He waits for Ramsey to come and close him down, and he uses Ramsey. He just bends it around so Martinez is unsighted and he has no chance of seeing it.
And just psychologically, finally, what a lift for Liverpool, that today, that late goal.
Huge, absolutely huge, especially killing off some of them hoodoos about not winning at home, etc. And then to finish it off like that and climb into the top 4.
Uses Ramsey. He just bends it around so Martinez is unsighted and he has no chance of seeing it.
And just psychologically, finally, what a lift for Liverpool, that today, that late goal.
Huge, absolutely huge, especially killing off some of them hoodoos about not winning at home, etc. And then to finish it off like that and climb into the top 4.
So Aston Villa lead at Anfield at the moment. Liverpool are halfway towards a 7th consecutive home defeat in the Premier League. Much to discuss from that first 45 minutes. Let's get straight into it. Villa going in front, first of all. Big question is, could Alisson, the goalkeeper, have done better?
Yeah, 100%. The goal, the shot was quite close to his body. He just couldn't collapse his body quick enough. But you've got to give Villa their props, because this is a great ball from McGinn. But he just couldn't collapse his body quick enough to get down on that ball. But if we highlighted Firmino there, he's jumped out of that tackle. And that allows Villa to go on attack, and they did it really well, and obviously got the goal. But then we look at James Milner here. He's the player that's played it into Firmino, and he's saying, why didn't you?
What does he want from his centre forward there,
He's wanting the centre forward to hold the ball up, hold that ball up, hold it, take it in, and bring other people in. That's what you're there for. And he's having a go at him because of that.
To be fair to Firmino, it wasn't a fantastic pass into him. But when it's not a bad pass, you can't let the defender just come straight forward. You have to make it difficult for him to pass that ball forward. Great disguise pass from McGinn, and then Watkins hits a shot straight down the throat of Alisson, who has to save that. You see the reaction from Alisson afterwards. It's almost close to it, too close to his feet, so he can't get his arm down. But his reaction says everything. I mean, he goes and kicks the post, and rightly so. He should be saving that.
Yeah, Ollie Watkins enjoying the games against Liverpool this season. So that's one centre-forward at one end. Liverpool's Roberto Firmino, who's not scored at Anfield since December the 16th, thought he'd equalised at the other. Now, this doesn't stand. What do you make of this?
Yeah, listen, I'm so frustrated watching this. First and foremost, I mean, he does brilliant. Yote, he recycles the ball, gets back in, great layoff from Mo Salah, and it falls to Firmino, and he just needs to get some loft on it above. Now, it's impossible to tell whether Matty Cash touches that or not. Impossible. I mean, we're guessing. Could have just come off the end of his toe. And then where have they drawn the line on the sleeve? It's millimetres. I don't like it. I haven't got to like it. That is the rule. They keep ruling them out. For me, it's not for me, thank you very much. You are ruling out goals here. You know, stopping players scoring. It's so unlucky for Liverpool. But I'd have to say Aston Villa have been on the end of a few of those. I can remember Ollie Watkins won at West Ham early on in the season. So do they level themselves out? I don't care. I just don't like it.
Emil?
Yeah, it's frustrating when you're begging for a goal and it gets disallowed because of that, you know.
Can you see a clear reason why that should be disallowed?
No, again, we go by VAR. We put all these lines in, and yeah, but you're talking millimetres. You're not talking a lot.
Let's see what the former Premier League referee Dermot Gallagher thinks. Dermot, where are you on all this? You just heard the boys' frustration.
I can understand their frustration. The unfortunate thing is, Steve, is when VAR was brought in for offside, it was yes or no. There was no in between. And I think what it exposes, Steve, is the fact that the margins are so fine. I don't think anybody realised how difficult it was for assistants before the last 18 months, 2 years that VAR has been involved. You know, this, you say, as it struck Watkins, I'd go on, you know, the pattern on the ball doesn't move. This, as you say, is so tight, but, you know, they've got to get it to the nth degree, if you like. And as I say, it's yes or no, and them lines say just no.
Dermot, the lines say just no, but what the pictures we were looking at, you can't even see the ball. So you don't know if it's even left the delivery. The person who's delivering that ball, is it Alexander-Arnold? You don't know if it's left his foot or not. You can't even see the ball from the pictures we're looking at. So how can we draw it? When we're talking about millimetres, into like absolute fine detail, it's impossible to tell whether that is left his foot or if it's still on his foot.
Well, I think what they haven't just looked at that angle, Tim. They've looked at a few angles. What they've looked at is to see where the ball's left his foot. They've then looked at where they are at that point when he's arcing his run.
What about the deviation of the ball, Dermot? Can you be 100% sure?
Well, I think what you've got to accept, Steve, is we can pick it to bits. There's no doubt about that. But it's the best system available at the moment. It's the best operatives. It's what all 20 clubs voted for, to say, yes, we'll accept this, we'll buy into this. Unless you come with something better, that's what we've got.
OK, Dan?